Hello, welcome back to this session. We are still talking about data manipulation. In the previous episode, we looked at how we can insert data. If you didn't watch it, you can watch it using this link. In this episode, we are going to look at how do we update records. And to update records, we use the update keyword. We have our records we inserted into this table, and we have three of them. We have the faculty of computing, marketing, and leadership. I need to update this record from faculty of marketing to faculty of marketing and leisure. So to do that, we use the update keyword. We say update followed by the table name we need to update, faculty, which is the table name, and we use the set keyword. The set is initiating the process of changing a record. So we are saying set, and we are setting the faculty name, which is this column, faculty name. So we are setting the faculty name and we are giving it a new name to faculty of marketing. And if we stop it here, it will run, but it will update everything. That is why we need a primary key to uniquely identify a record. So we have to just say where we have to give in the condition, and we specify which kind of record do you want to update its faculty name. Otherwise, if you don't put the where, every record will be updated. So we say where the faculty code is, since the faculty code is also a virtual type, is a virtual data type, we put it in quotes, F002, since it is this one that we want to update. So we are saying update the faculty, which is the table name, and we are setting the faculty name to this new faculty name where the faculty code is F002. So when we run, you can see that the record has been successfully updated. And when you select staff from faculty, you can see that it is now called the faculty of marketing and leisure. So this is how we update in SQL. We say update followed by the table name, and then we are setting the faculty name, which is the column that we want, this one, and we are changing to a new name called the faculty of marketing and leisure. Previously it was faculty of marketing, and we are bringing in the where clause to specify which exact record we want to update. If we skip the where clause, it will work, but it will update everything. Maybe saying that Mutebi, you are lying. Let's try this. Let's do it, and we try to remove the where clause. And it say update faculty set is equal to the new name, and when you run, indeed you can see that 3 records have been updated. So when you select stuff from tab, you can see that everything has been named faculty of marketing and leisure. Just like we can update, we can also delete. We can delete a record. For example, we can say that we need to delete the faculty of leadership, and to delete we use the delete keyword. We say delete from, and then we specify the table name. This time it is the faculty. Delete from faculty, and what we want to delete, we want to delete this record called the faculty of leadership. If I stop it here, it will work, but it will delete all the records, which is something we don't want. So we can say delete from. To avoid that, we need to specify the where clause. So we say delete from faculty, then we specify where to bring in that unique attribute of a particular table. So we can say where the faculty code is F003. So you can see the importance of the primary key. Having a primary key in a table, it helps us in operations like this. So when I run, you can see that the record has been deleted. And indeed, when I select stuff from tab, when I select stuff from faculty, I now have only 2 faculties. We can also do the order by everything as we studied it in the previous sections. order by faculty code, you can see that records are now properly arranged. So that is how we can delete a record from a database. Ensure that you have the where clause. If we skip the where clause, it will delete every record in the database. When deleting again, we may decide to delete just one component of a record. For instance, we have this table called students, and we have the first name, surname, and the registration number. We have one student called Mujungu, and this person, we can decide to only delete the first name. We don't want to delete the entire record, but we're just interested in maybe deleting his first name and leaving the surname and then the registration number. To do that, we don't use the delete. The delete can't help us with just deleting a single record. Actually, we are not deleting, but we are just updating that record. And we are updating this value to a null value, to a nothing, to have nothing in it. So let us try and see. Update, the table name is student, and we are setting the first name to null. So here we say set the first name to null. Since null is a keyword, we don't put it in any quote. So just say it's equal to null, and then we specify where the registration number, since it is the primary key, is equal to this number. By the way, to copy anything in this environment, you can just highlight it and you press enter. Then when you come here, you can just paste what you want. So where the reg number is this. So when you run this, you can see that one record has been updated. So when I select star, you can see that the name is now away, but we are remaining with the record without just a single component of the record. So whenever we don't want to delete the entire record, but we just need to make a change to one of the components of a record, we use the update and we give it a value of null. And talking about updating, the subscription to this channel will be an update. We may also decide to delete all the records from a database table. For instance, we want to delete all the faculties. In our table faculty, we have two records. We may decide to delete all these records. And to delete all the records, we use two methods. We can just say delete. So we can decide to use either the delete, or we can decide to use the truncate, the one we used some time back. So we can say delete from then the table name without using the where clause. Or we may decide to say truncate table, and then we bring in the table name. These two commands will produce the same result, but there is a difference between the two. This one is a bit slower than the truncate, and the delete from the table name, it is a statement under the data manipulation language. So when we talk about this, when we use this statement, this one is reversible. We can reverse the action. But if we say truncate, this is not a DML statement or a data manipulation language statement. So it is irreversible. It is a data definition language statement. So this one is irreversible, but it is so fast than the delete. So when we truncate, just know that we cannot reverse the action. And when we say delete, we can reverse the action. So depending on what you want to do, you can either delete or you can truncate. So when we do this, since we already use the truncate, we may decide to leave it and we use delete. So when I say delete, you can see that two rows have been deleted, and indeed when I select stuff from this faculty, nothing is there. You can also decide to roll back or commit. You can decide to make a commit to save all the changes I've been working with in this session. When I commit, you can see that the commit has been done, or the saving has been done. Or we can decide to roll back, although I'm not going to roll back, but it still works. That is how we manipulate data in the database. We insert, we can update, we can delete, we can commit, all sorts of operations. So that's all for this episode, and in the next episode we are going to look at the different flavors of SQL. See you then.